this is a half business. This is full business. Okay, so about around roughly 10%, if I can say. I want to see once again. Please raise your hands. I'm not going to ask you questions, so don't worry. Raise your hands. I said I will ask you a few more answers. Okay, great. So, the rest of you who have not raised their hands, what do you want to become? What do you want to become? What are you aspiring for? The ones who raise their hands aspire to start their own business. The rest of you, what do you aspire for? Placement? Is that? Because either you start your business or I don't think you're going to sit at home, right? And make Instagram reels. Right? Because nowadays, reels is trying to tell people that you can earn 50,000 rupees per month just by doing nothing, just work for 2 hours a day. The reality is not that. So anyway, the rest of you have not raised hands. I think that you all at some point in time want to have placement. Placement means you want to become employees. That's what you aspire for. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. 25 years I was an employee. I worked as an employee. That's fine. There's nothing wrong here. It's also good to be aspiring to be a CEO of a company or something. That's employee. But what is the number one requirement to be an employee? What is the number one requirement? Knowledge, experience. The number one requirement to be an employee is there should be an employer. अगर employer नहीं होगा, so all the knowledge, experience of the employees will be of no use. Got it? So the number one requirement is what? To have employer, which means the 10% of the students who raise their hands are the ones who are going to give employment to the 90% of you who did not raise your hand. Because at the end of the day, if every institute, if our college is only churning out employees, every college in India churns out employees, so naukri kaun dega? And that is the reason why entrepreneurship is a necessity in our country. It's not just a fad. It is not just to grab media headlines. It is not a position that gets you respect in the society, but it is also a necessity. And that is one of the reasons why the thrust and the importance to entrepreneurship is given today more than ever. 10, 15 years ago, if a engineering student goes home and tells his parents, I want to start my own business. The moment he says, I want to start my own business, the first, people who should start business are people who are very weak in academics. That was a perception, right? Because you can't, score well, pass well, get a placement. That's why you're starting your own business. They call necessity entrepreneur. Necessity entrepreneur is what? We have to, there's no other way. But today, the world is not talking about necessity entrepreneur, they're talking about opportunity entrepreneur. What is opportunity entrepreneurs? People who want to grab an opportunity that is available and make a business out of it. Ma'am was telling me about some students who created a book sharing app because they felt that particular app is an opportunity, right? And they want to do something about it. And hopefully, if it works, if it succeeds, then what are they become? They are an opportunity entrepreneur. So each one of you, now see, I had prepared my session on a different note, but I am turning it around because I see, let's say, 98% of the people over here are students. So for me, talking about incubation centers to boost the startup ecosystem in India does not make as much sense. I need to boost the entrepreneur in each one of you. That is more important. But what I'll do is, at least as a warm-up, talk about incubation. Have you heard the term incubation? In what context? Don't worry, there are no marks for it, so. Go ahead. Guesses? What words come to your mind? Sorry? Test tube babies? Right? Anything else? Go ahead, say loudly, don't worry. Platforms to develop something, okay? So this is another ability you should have as an entrepreneur. Appetite for risk. Are you risking to say something that you think may be right or wrong? Appetite say na, risk appetite. If you are holding to that word, saying that what if it's not right, what if this is funny, what if this is absolutely, that means you're not taking the risk, taking the chance. Anyway, so test tube baby, platform, anything else? No? Okay. So let me try to explain it to you with the simple analogy of this. What is this image? Seed, correct? Soil, seed, correct? Now tell me one thing. When there is a seed under the soil, is it visible to the outside world? Nobody sees it, right? And that seed, does it require nurturing for it to grow? Yes or no? So at that point in time, when it's a seed, that is a time when you should be providing them the right environment. It's like what you call when the baby is born premature. What happens when a baby is born premature? What do? You put them in a incubator, right? And what do you give in the